Well, of course, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over your Signature Esports. A pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the eNASCAR Racing Association, brought to you by Ryco-Motorsports.com and John Betlem Heating and Cooling, right here on iRacing, the platform for sim racing. You have quite a few Talladega races this week, and this week and last week, of course, the official racing, official series for the Next Gens last week, and this week we're going to get the open sessions up and ready to rock and roll. We've got a few drivers out there still qualifying. We've got some still loading in due to the update that iRacing had today, so we look forward to seeing who's going to be able to join us, who's going to start in the field, who's going to just kind of relax, take it easy. 45 lapper here for the drivers. Did you know that iRacing has 4,160,908,522 laps turned on their platform? What a great platform it is. And if you want to get out there, make sure you go to iRacing.com and get your membership today. They've got some free stuff out there. And remember, John Betlem Heating and Cooling for all your preventive maintenance. It's about to turn fall season here in the United States, so make sure you get out there and take a look and see what they have. If you're in the Rochester, New York area, make sure you give them a call, 585-271-8888. That is John Betlem Heating and Cooling. Give them a call any day of the week, I do believe. And they have 80 years in service, founded in celebrating 80 years of service here this year. They started in 1941, and they've got a lot of great reviews out there on their website and throughout pretty much their entire spectrum. So make sure you go and check them out for me. Give them a like and follow on their Facebook page and Ryco Motorsports as well. They do have their season passes out there that you can delve into. Pretty excited about that. They're going to be working their stuff out here, and I do believe we're going to have we might have about 9 drivers in this session. I do believe it's going to be a lot of fun, though. So let's take a look at the race information. 45 laps here for the drivers. Again, remember, Ryco-Motorsports.com. Give us a follow on Facebook. Signature Esports is the platform. You follow us on Twitch and YouTube as well. Give us the chats out there. I love seeing the chats and what you do to enjoy your time, your free time. You're taking your time out to watch these virtual drivers get out there and really push the boundaries. Track temperature for Talladega Superspeedway, the Alabama track, 2.65 miles, according to iRacing, 2.66 for the official, whenever it comes to what NASCAR puts out there. But 105 degrees on the track temperature, 80 degrees in the air temperature. It just went up 1 degree, 106 on the track temperature. Partly cloudy skies does play a factor in the race, so it will show some grip. But what I've learned about these cars is that you can never count them out. Jay Jensen's going to be your pole sitter here for the Next Gen Series, and it's going to be good to see what manufacturers are going to work together, who's going to be able to push it, and who's going to be able to hold on to it. Justin Levine, the number 41, is going to be the outside pole sitter here for the Talladega 120. Dylan Beckman, the number 17, has Nathan Hall to his outside. Matt Concher back there. He's having a great series. Gunningsman's going to be his outside help. Michael Sturgill Jr., Brad Sousa, that is going to be row number 4. Jeremy Little's going to bring up the tail end of the field. Reminder to everybody, of course, and always, to get out there, share the stream, give these guys some exposure. They deserve it. It's absolutely insane to watch all of these drivers get out there and do what they do, because they're fast. They're I think what's the highest I rating that we have in here? Justin Levine with a 6,635, and they pretty much take everybody all over the spectrum. Nathan Hall, lowest I rating. He might have had a bad Talladega week. Who knows? But he's with a 1217. You start with a 1350 whenever you change when you change from your rookie license up. So you can go up or down accordingly. But sometimes you just have bad races. Sometimes you have great races. But today here with the Next Gen Series, the Next Gen Cup Series here with the eNASCAR Racing Association, we're going to have a lot of fun. We like Talladega. Talladega is one of our faves here, as they're going to start working around the track. The pace car not ready to go. Now he's ready to go. Jay Jensen's going to lead him around, and forward to seeing it. Let us take a look. Hats off to all of you folks out there. Steve Johnson, thanks for the like out there. Give it a like. I shared it out to a whole bunch of groups. Justin Levine wrote a post out there. It was a pretty nice post. Appreciate you very much for doing what you do. I just like everybody that does what they do. Twitch, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. We had a great stream on Twitch yesterday, so it was always good to see. Always good to see everybody get out there and support what we do over here at Signature Esports. iRacing broadcasts are pretty much our biggest forte, but we do some gaming. We do some community outreach stuff that we're really trying to work on and really trying to be a part of the bigger community here. And that bigger community is, of course, bringing gamers together across every spectrum and every platform. And with companies like John Betlem Heating and Cooling, of course, iRacing being a great gaming platform, Ryko doing their job with their setups in their paint shop, just trying to be a part of everything that's kind of happening here. So it's always good to see what folks are able to do and where they're going to be able to where they're going to be able to kind of grow from. And it's good to see that iRacing is still a great gaming platform for drivers to get out there and just not only just have fun, but kind of enjoy themselves. 45 lappers, one caution could wipe out the field. We don't want to see that. We want to see what these drivers can do. So we'll see just how much their setups are going to be involved. This is an open setup league, so it will be curious to see who's going to have the faster setup here. And the next gen cars, tape does not matter. It's all about the front nose and the downforce there. Everything else is pretty much the same. So we're going to be looking at 45 laps. The 2, the 41, 17, 8, and the 1 are ready to rock and roll here. Talladega Superspeedway. Going to be a quick one for all of you out there. The green flag pit stop should be somewhere around the 25 to 28 mark, if I'm correct. So I look forward to seeing it. Green flag waves, 2:41, lap 1. Side-by-side racing with the 2 and the 41 as they continue to move forward. Turn 1 and turn 2. Already hot and heavy. Nice and exciting movement. Everybody trying to find their hole. Where are they going to sit for about 20 laps before they have to decide when they're going to come to pit road? Who's going to push the pusher? And I tell you what, Beckman has a great line right there, right behind the 2 of Jensen. A little drift up the racetrack there. Steering's going to be a big issue as things start to work and progress. The 2 gets a big run here, and right now it does look like Dylan Beckman off the throttle a little bit right there. Maybe got a little bit free into the corner. These high downforce packages are extremely free when it comes to who's going to be there in the back of you. So right now, Jay Jensen leading the group. He's got 0.3 of a second. You never see that at Talladega unless you've got somebody shoving you. But Justin Levine starting to catch the 2 as that Toyota leads out there. 2 Toyotas in the field this week as Jay Jensen and the number 1 car here hold on to the top 3 spots. And then Ford's from the 41 of Justin Levine. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to have a run here, but I don't know how much he's going to be able to hold on to that onto the front stretch as Levine pulls the outside line. Looks like the 1 might put the 2 behind him as that run is starting to open up. There's the 4 of Chad Gunningsman, who's in a Ford as well, inside the top 5. Does look like Dylan Beckman, the number 17, the other Ford in the field. Hall, Sturgill, Suso, and Little, all of those drivers are in Chevys. And right now, we're looking at the 77 behind. There is Michael Sturgill Jr. trying to put himself in a good situation here. There's the 8 of Nathan Hall. He's going to fall back with the field 3 wide onto the backstretch. Everybody trying to line themselves out. As you see him get into turn 3 and turn 4, Justin Levine trying to lead on the high line here. Everybody just playing musical chairs for the time being. Top 4, trying to hold on to it. Kacha right there, the number 4 spot. Falls off the pace of the 3 cars right there. The 3, there's a Ford, and then Jay Jensen, that Toyota, stuck in the mix. So the 41 of the 4, no doubt trying to work with the 2. The 2 giving a big shove here. Kacha runs his fastest lap, not this on lap 3. So he had a great run right there. He's going to have A big pack trying to catch up to him right here. He needs a little bit of help because he is losing that front pack. 2 seconds off is that driver. Sousa is working with him. So the pay to win 42 catching up with the number 1 car, trying to push his teammate. These guys have worked together very well in the past, and they're doing a decent job at it at the moment. So always fun to see. Chad Gunningsman and Justin Levine, well, they are working together. Those are teammates, part of the Stewart-Haas racing team here for the eNASCAR Racing Association. Penske is Jay Jensen and Trent Goodrow. Goodrow, I believe it might be... he might be out there spotting for Nathan Hall, part of RCR. Spire is going to be Dylan Beckman, Mr. Sturge, and Justin Levine. He's going to be there as well. So always fun to see what these drivers are doing. Justin Levine, 3.75 seconds. That front line carrying super heavy speeds. 4.924 fastest lap. Jay Jensen just ran it right there in the number 2 spot, shoving him around, doing a decent job of carrying. Talladega has been a lot of fun over the last couple of weeks, and it's been good getting to see what these drivers are going to be able to pull into each other. Sousa gets in front of the number 1 of Konsher. Konsher looks like he's going to be setting in line to shove the 42 around this track. These two drivers driving the pay-to-win setups, paint schemes on their cars. They have a decent-looking car right there. So, pack of 2 trying to catch the pack of 3. Dylan Beckman and company. The number 17 has the 77 to the 7 with him. Nathan Hall, a little bit off pace, but he's back here just kind of riding, trying to find his way around this track, nice and easy. Dylan Beckman, we talked about him leading the second pack as he gets around into turn 3, has the 77 all over the back bumper of him. 17, 77, 7. You talk about some lucky numbers. There they are. Making it stick, making it work. Rolling through the corners, onto the front stretch. 8 seconds separates the second 2 packs here. 77 is going to pull out of line right there. If they're going to try to catch these 2 drivers right here, as Justin Levine and Jay Jensen have really put on a tear. He is shoving the back bumper off of that 41 as the 2 starts to separate. Half-second difference between the 4 here. And I kind of want to let's take a look at the dashboard. Let's take a look at how fast Gunningsman is running. 194 into the corner here. And these drivers right here, 190 from Justin Levine. Now, Moscow, this is not practice. This is the race. This is the 40. They have it a 45 lapper today. 9 drivers be able to show up. Just lots of things going on in the eNASCAR Racing Association. Some drivers moving around, and they're trying to do it. Yep, it is their race. I appreciate you out there watching, though, on Twitch. Levine, Jensen, Gunningsman, Sousa, Konsher. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. And I do believe this little pack has started to catch the pace just a little bit. 49.92 for 49.92 for Konsher, 49.79 for Sousa. So he was able to shove him around the track a little bit faster that last time by, and they're trying to make that midline work. They're running a more unpredictable line. They're going to go up high, down low. Looks like the 42 might take a moment and shove his teammate around the track. There is their race line right there. As you see the speeds, how much speed when you're not in the draft that you lose right there. 188 coming around to the front stretch. They need to get back up to the 190s because right now Levine 194 going into turn 1, 4.5 seconds. That's how much time you lose whenever you break your draft. And that's your race leader. Justin Levine holding on to the lead right now. Does look to be pretty. We talk about the race, 9 drivers, pedestrian kind of race for them. Very interesting to see how the Fords have been able to run themselves into being able to be pushed. That Toyota, normally that Toyota doesn't have the shoving, the type of shoving bumper that you would normally see, but these next-gen cars are starting to impress me. Here's a look at the overhead cam with the number 41, Justin Levine there to the back bumper. We'll see how close he gets to the 41 here. Pour a little bit of air off of the back of that. Look at that cone down there. It looks like a Patrick cone. 10 of 45. Gooniesman just ran the fastest lap of the race, 49.18 inside the draft here, and doing a heck of a job doing it. Here's a look at the front of that car. Front line on it. And Brucey Racewear. Number 4, Levine. Here's what it looks like behind him, trying to hold on to those drivers. Another Brucey Racewear driver here, the number 41. Turn 1, busy. No, they're just that fast. Open setup league here. There was some separation early on, Moscow. There was a little bit of separation early on, but this is a lot of driving. The 41 and the 2 and the 4 working together. It's just that fast. Their lap times in the 49.3s, 49.5s. Kocher 49.9 with his teammate Sousa behind him. There's Brad Sousa trying to get to the back bumper of the 1. Trying to pull any kind of space that they can back out of it. They did work themselves into a situation where it does look like, I think the 1 might be the best pusher here out of that. No accident, just good racing. Nathan Hall got in, completed some laps. I think he might be stepping out for the day. Little, Sturgill, and Beckman, those drivers might be trying to save some fuel here, but they're running 51.6s. They're set up. They need to be nose to bumper at the moment, so that's kind of where they're at. The 77 of Mike Sturgill, driver we are all too familiar with, getting out there and trying to lead some laps and enjoy their day. But Jeremy Little has got a win here in the series as well. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the series. We want to see what they're doing here as we take a look at their season. The next gen season. Chad Goonigsman right now in third is the current points leader by 4 over Michael Sturgill Jr., who's in 7th. Matt Kocher has 2 wins in the series. So does Chad Goonigsman. Chad Goonigsman won last week. He took over the multiple win series. So that was, I knew that, put that in the description, but he's got some good stuff going on. 2 wins, average start 9th, average finish 6th, holds on to the point lead. Justin Levine, who is out front right now in 4th, is still searching for his first win of the series, and no doubt that's something he's looking at. Definitely trying to get himself out front. There's the 4 behind the 41. Does look like Jay Jensen's going to go ahead and lead here as the 41, trying to save some fuel here. You do burn a lot more fuel being the guy out front for that entire time, so you don't want to push it too soon. But at the end of the day, when you're trying to come in at the same time as the guys around you, if you are a lap or 2 short on fuel compared to them, then that right there can hurt you. Jay Jensen out front. Sousa and Kocher, they catch a little bit there as they break the draft in front of them to have Jay Jensen go around Justin Levine, and as he does so, these two cars are slowly but surely trying to whittle away at the race line. Matt Kocher back there, like his Toyota. I've very much enjoyed looking at his Toyota. He's not changed his paint scheme, and it's a pretty wicked little paint scheme right there. Jeremy Little and company has the 77 behind. Dylan Beckman falls off pace just a little bit. He's going to be there in that tail draft right there behind Jeremy Little and Michael Sturgill Jr. He's about a second, I would say about a second and a half off of Michael Sturgill Jr. So we'll take a look at his gyro cam. This is what it looks like getting into the corner here. And then this is Michael Sturgill Jr., the 77 behind the 7. Still trying to work it. They've got 22 seconds to the better. Needs to get to the back bumper of that 7 because their 51.3s are falling 2 seconds off pace to the 49.18 of the drivers in front of him. That would be Jay Jensen. He and Justin Levine just ran the best laps of the race, 49.18. So all 3 drivers in the top 3, 49.18 or better. 2:41.4, 16 laps in. Green flag pit stop should be here anywhere between 8 and 10 laps, so we should be able to see what they're going to be able to decide to do. Hopefully nobody gets a pit road speeding penalty. You know, that you're going from 194 miles an hour down to pit road speed, which I believe is 55 miles an hour here at Talladega. Just super insane. Let's take a look at some sounds. I called it the sounds of iRacing before, and we'll do it again. Here it is. Really dig those cranking up features from the actual NASCAR circuit, so that kind of just makes it that much better whenever you're able to make cameras on iRacing. You can choose wherever you want to put the cameras. You can build your own. You can do whatever you want to do. But right now, these top three are really killing it. Brad Sousa and Matt Kosher, they might have to get out there and do something about their setup to be able to get themselves a little bit more breathing room. They need that third car. Jay Jensen just ran the fastest lap of the race, 49.05. I think they're trying to break their own speed record here. They want to be, I think they definitely want to be in the 48.9 area. Let's see if they're going to be able to do it. They're really dialed in. 41.4, 1, 2, 3. Kotcher behind the 42, Brad Sousa in front of him. There is Mr. Sousa. I do like that guy. He's a super awesome person. 22 seconds off the pace, 77 into 7, or off of that pace right there. They're 30 seconds off of the race leaders. They're really trying to force themselves around this racetrack as fast as they can. 49.14, still a second faster. These three cars are to the 42 and the 1. So something in their setup is just absolutely strikingly different than what's going on with the 42 and the 1. But we do have a green flag pit stop in the mix here that's realistically going to have to be the you can make up a lot of time on pit road is what I'm getting at here. And when you try to make up that time, it really focuses how fast you're going to get in and off pit road. Are you going to take tires? Are you just going to take fuel? What are you going to do to make this interesting? As 19 of 45 comes around to make it 20, and you see the difference. There's the 2. He's going to go up high, so it does look like he's going to be running a much lighter line here as Levine and the 4 holding over Jay Jensen. I don't know what happened there. He's up high here. And he downshifted a little bit. He's working to catch up with... he's looking at catching up with Sousa and Kotcher right now. So the number 2 car... I don't know if something's going on with Mr. Jensen, but he's really holding on to it. They were really flying around this track. Jay Jensen has the fastest lap of the race, 49.05. He's getting back up to speed, so he might be trying to catch this pack right here, maybe shove them around this track, or maybe just trying to get a feel for some things, maybe trying to play around and see what's going on with each setup, because he is screaming around. 25 laps to go here. Ryko-motorsports.com for all of your setups and needs here. Justin Levine out front as he is still, like I said, he's looking for his first win here. And with 25 laps to go, he's going to probably get to the point where he might go all the way down to completing lap 25 and then put himself on pit road. The 2 teammates out front, 8 seconds over. There's Jay Jensen and company. Something going on with Jay Jensen there. I'm just kind of looking. There's the 42 of Sousa as the 42 lets the 2 in line. The 1's going to be working with him. He's going to get back in the draft here and try to shove him around. Camera 2, one of my favorites. 42-2-1. Let's see what this is going to work out for him here. Curtis Ecker, thank you for the like on the stream. Justin, thanks for sharing. Justin Levine Racing, giving us a share as well. Justin, giving us a like as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, brother. You guys are absolutely awesome. Give us a like and follow Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We have a TikTok account. We have an Instagram. We have Twitter. We have all kinds of stuff out there. All Signature Esports. So all you got to do is look up Signature Esports. And much love to you. Now, there's got to be something in the way of being able to push. There's something devastating about this 2. This 2 is shoving Sousa back to the front. As you see a draft package just working for him here. 7.3 seconds, and they are working to catch the 41 and the 4. As the last few times, Levine and Gunningsman ran 50.19, 50.21, and Sousa just ran a 49.51. So they're running faster laps with the 2. With the 3-car tandem, looks like that's what's working for them. Having that middle car do exactly just that. Let's take a look at Chad Gunningsman's last couple of laps here as the 41 and the 4 work together. Those teammates trying to do their thing. Sousa pulls almost a full second, and we're going to see what this lap shows here. Second and a half, almost 2 seconds over the last 4 laps with that 3-car tandem. Now, the 4 was just a little bit out of line right there, but it does happen. Sturgill and Beckman, when they came to pit road, they're going to be a lap down now. Dylan Beckman out there in the field. Jeremy Little coming off of pit road. He's got Nathan Hall, who's going to be out. Little's going to be 3 laps down. But it does look like Sturgill Jr. and Dylan Beckman came in on 20, so they want to be there at the end. And right now, the 41 and the 4 coming into pit road, kind of hot. They get into each other. Oh! That's one of those things. You don't want to get out there and speed on pit road. There's the 42 and the 2. Sousa out front. The 2 and the 1. They were locking up their brakes getting into pit road. And, man, hopefully they didn't get a penalty. Hopefully it got down to speed. That's gonna be the harder thing right there. It's hard pressed to kind of force those things. 42-2 and the 1 of Kocher right there. 1, 2, 3. 21 laps to go. They're getting close to the end here. I do believe maybe a penalty for the 41 and the 4. Looks like they might have got caught speeding on pit road there. Brad Sousa and company coming to pit road. Looks like they're going to break and see if they can get down to speed here. These things are hard to break in and get down to speed. Michael Sturgill Jr. coming around. He's going to try to get a lap back here. And I do believe Levine and Gunningsman should serve their penalty here and try to work their way back to the front. Jensen, Sousa, and Kocher, they are in and off pit road. Looks like they're going to be right where they need to be. Sturgill's going to get his lap back here. Everybody in on pit road at the moment. So Levine and Gunningsman, they go ahead and get their lap back. They're going to come off of pit road here, and might be a good idea. Michael Sturgill Jr. got his lap back. He's going to be right there with these 2 drivers that are coming off pit road. Justin Levine and Chad Gunningsman. They did, like I said, they did get a speeding penalty here. But 42-1-2, that's going to be the top 3. They're about 1 minute 16 seconds. The difference. Not quite a lap time for you to be there. So we'll take a look and see what's going on as they continue to progress forward. 20 laps to go here in the eNASCAR Racing Association Talladega 120. And there's the lap time starting to close themselves down. 6 seconds the difference for these drivers. Brad Sousa way out front, 2.2 and some change. Jay Jensen leading the number 1 car up to him. And right now, Levine, Gunningsman, Sturgill Jr., a little bit off pace. There's about 6 seconds difference between Chad Gunningsman and Justin Levine. Let's put up a battle box here on the bottom right of your screen right there. There's the difference between Sturgill and Gunningsman. That's the relative to the cars in front of you. As you see Jeremy Little, he's going to be 2 laps down. Dylan Beckman, a lap down. Sturgill, 43.7. He's possibly going to go another lap down. We'll see what happens. 19 laps to go as we do look for Justin Levine trying to take the next 20 laps and catch themselves up to Sousa, Jensen, and Kocher. And right now, Jay Jensen is leading the number 1 car, but the 42 is right there in front of him. So we're going to look and see kind of where everybody's going to be. Will there be a battle at the end for these 3 cars? 34 and some change. Sousa's going to fall into line. It's like the 2 trying to clear the 42 here. Jay Jensen back out front with the number 1 right behind him, and the 42 of Sousa trying to catch that draft and keep himself in that draft. The 1 really trying to push it, 50.08 on the last lap. We'll see what this kind of lap time is going to be for him as they come around here and complete it. Little relative screen there on the bottom, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Sturgill trying to catch him. So they're pretty evenly matched. You got 3 cars working against the 2 cars, but Levine and Gunningsman still some of the fastest drivers out there. Last lap, 49.97 for Jensen, as Justin Levine came across the stripe, 50.28. So about 0.3 of a second difference. We'll see if they're going to be able to shove each other around the track enough. They did get a pit road speeding penalty there coming in. They locked up the brakes super hard. And that's pretty much what happened there. So they're flirting with running the same lap times. We'll see what kind of time they're going to be able to do here. 17 to go here. Talladega 120. Absolutely been a blast to call this series. John Betlem Heating and Cooling, one of the primary sponsors for the drivers here. They're absolutely insane. And I look forward to seeing them. That's for darn sure. Look forward to seeing what they're going to do next year, next season. Ooh, little bump there. Something happened there. 2 has a lot of nose damage, or a lot of rear end damage. Sousa got right to the back bumper of. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was a brake check or something happened there. Just try to watch and look at the relative, look at what the stream is doing, kind of what all of you folks are doing out there as well. Just wanted to be sure. Kocher out front looking for the 3rd win. He's going to have Sousa there with him. Jay Jensen, he's off pace now. That rear spoiler dented in. Something happened there, so we'll kind of see what's going on. Levine and company starting to catch those 2 drivers. I don't know that they have enough time to be able to get there, but Kocher, Sousa, Jensen, Levine, Gunningsman, Sturgill, 49 seconds the difference. He's about to be. It looks like he's about to be lapped here very shortly, as Sturgill is 50.05 seconds there. And we'll see coming across the stripe here, 49.95, 49.98. Let me take that back. Michael Sturgill Jr. picking up the pace here. Trying to keep himself out front. 14 to go. There's nothing lonelier than driving Talladega kind of by yourself. I've done that because I've gotten myself into some situations. Jensen falling off pace just a little bit. Levine and Gunningsman have 14 laps to try to make up that pace. And together, I don't know if they can, but it'd be interesting to see if they could. Here's a look at Talladega's big corners here, 3 and 4. Here's the exit of 4. This pit road looks to be right about there. Pit road entrance. And look at that big front stretch. What I like about the front stretch of Talladega is that the start-finish line is not directly in the middle. You have to flatten it out and get yourself there at pit road exit. Turn 1 is a little bit hotter and heavier. Seems to always be kind of working themselves to the best of their ability to get into the corner. And then more of the speed carries on to the backstretch. And right now, these two drivers out front, they're trying to catch the back bumper of the number 77 to put him a lap down, and doing a decent job of doing so. Just did that update today, and it looks like iRacing may have had a little bit more clipping today than what's normal. Brad Sousa holding on to it. Nathan Hall, he's on pit road. I think he is. I don't see him out there running. He is out of the race. Jeremy Little back here, that number 7 car. He's going to hold on to 8th, 3 laps down. Dylan Beckman trying to catch up to the pack as well. He's a lap down. Michael Sturgill Jr. trying to stay on the lead lap at the moment. It's going to have the 1 and the 42 there. Here's an opportunity for Kocher and the 42 to be able to kind of push themselves a little bit. They're going to have the 77 in front of them. That right there will play benefit to what they've got going on. Jay Jensen 2 seconds off the pace right now, starting to catch the draft of Kocher, Sousa, and all of those drivers. So he's going to be back in the mix. A little bit free off the corner there. I like the NASCAR tower, but it's kind of the way it goes. 142.2. They're going to go up and around. I think Jensen was able to utilize some time there and get himself back into the mix. 11 laps to go. Roughly about 10 minutes of racing left for the drivers. And, man, it's always fun to watch these guys get out there and drive. What are we at next week? That's what I wanted to look at. Let's go and see where we're at next week inside the series. That's what I was doing. Well, I was looking. Let me scroll all the way back up real quick. Let's go and see where we're at. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I had it right here, folks. Sorry about that. Talladega, Watkins Glen next week. That's what we are on officials this week as well. I could have just known that. So Watkins Glen, some road racing next week. I really like Watkins Glen. I look forward to seeing what they're doing over there, and just a ton of fun to kind of see what these next gen, because I think the next gen cars next year are going to be more prone to be better on road racing. I mean, they're going to be dialed in for the oval racing, but I think they might have, with those louvers and kind of what they're doing there, it might be better for the road series, the road style racing that they have normally. So I look forward to seeing what they're going to be able to bring. 9 laps to go in the eNASCAR Racing Association Talladega 120, and caution free as it stands. And it's been pretty darn insane to see, nonetheless. 142.2. Levine back here trying to. They've made up 6 seconds. Since green flag pit stops, but I will say that they've made up in the last couple of laps. They made up 3. Fantastic to look at. Great to see. Kocher, Sousa, Jensen, Levine, Gunningsman, Sturgill, Beckman, Little, Hall is going to be out of the race, but he got out there and completed some laps. 142.2, 41.477. Michael Sturgill Jr. There he is. We like his race car. Nascari Auto Sport. What is that? I think it's CS Racing Designs. I think that's what it was. Chad Gunningsman looking at his Abruzzi Raceware. He's got his teammate in front of him. There's Justin Levine. 5 cut a night for him. They lost about a second over the 2 drivers right there. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, folks. Keep reminding everybody all month long that this is where it gets interesting. We're seeing a lot of pink paint schemes out there, so just a reminder to, if you've got somebody you love, somebody you know, make sure you get out there and remind them that they you should look at scheduling their annual. Next month is, I think it's prostate awareness in November. So the same thing for you gentlemen out there. Any way that we can beat cancer in any form or any fashion, even if it's just raising awareness, that's something that I'm pardon the language, but hell-bent about doing. One little free off the corner right there. He dropped a little bit low. 7, now 6 laps to go when they come to the stripe. Good little run for him here. Not so bad. It's going to come down to who wants to win it here at the very end. We got all 3 of these drivers just as fast as each other. The one gets a little bit of a run right there into the corners. And is able to carry out. And some folks sending me messages there. Appreciate everybody doing that. Thank you very much to each of you out there. 5 to go here. 5 more minutes of racing, and it's been pretty interesting. It seems like you put those tires in the next gen cars, and I didn't notice this in officials, but it does look like put those tires on that yellow line. It sends you up the track a little bit, or it gets you a free 42.2. Be a Chevy and 2 Toyotas here, as the one car, I don't think he wants to be out front at the moment. With 5 laps to go, I don't want to be the leader 5 laps to go. And tell me how you feel about that out there, folks. Do you want to be the race leader with 5 laps to go, or do you want to be in second or third? Or, you know, if this was a bigger pack. Over the last few laps, does look like that second pack with those 2 cars. You need 3 with the next-gen cars. I think you need 3. And there's a little bit of what that contact looks like from the 41. The 4 has some right side. They were getting into pit road together, and they just both locked it up and weren't able to get slowed down. So I think the 41 turned a little bit inside, and the 4 got into him. No doubt that was unintentional. 4 to go, down to the backstretch. Chevy out front. 2 Toyotas. I think I'm used to seeing Jay in a Ford. I think he might have changed his manufacturer there. He's got a Ford on it, but he's driving a Toyota. Ooh, a little bit free. And it seems like he was a little bit free right there on the corner exit. Jeremy Little, he's at 8, 3 laps down. Dylan Beckman in 7th, trying to track down Mike Sturgill, who's 17 seconds ahead of him. There's Mike Sturgill right there. He's a lap down as well, so he's coming around to complete his 3 to go lap. Chad Gunningsman in 5th right here. Justin Levine in 4th. Kocher in 3rd. Jay Jensen in 2nd. Brad Sousa, your race leader. Trying to make it 2 to go here this time by. It's going to be a pretty caution-free race, I do believe. Of course, in every Superspeedway race, you want the white flag. That's going to be the most important thing here, is getting the white flag, being able to be where you need to be at the end of the day. And with 2 to go now, the 2 looks like he creeped up just a little bit just to get a little bit of air on the nose. I don't know that these cars heat up all too badly. I've never, whenever I was running it, it just feel like you could full throttle it. Pretty much you almost have to stay in line just a little bit, but it worked out to be at a good advantage here. 42.2 in the 1, 2 laps to go here, and it's almost going to be a drag race around the racetrack when it comes to the white flag. White flag is going to be brought to you by John Betlem Heating and Cooling, johnbetlem.com. As it stands, make sure you go to johnbetlem.com or give them a call at area code 585-271-8888 if you're in the Rochester, New York area. Sousa gives up the lane right there. He's kind of past Jay Jensen. The super fast early on does have a little bit of a draft help here. The 1 there in the mix, right there behind the 2. The battle for the lead between 3 drivers here, the 2, the 1, and the 42. Any one of these drivers can win here. Going into turn number 3, final 2 turns here at Talladega. Jensen super fast early on. 1's going to give up the draft here to the outside. 2's going to be there with him. Little clipping from iRacing here. 1 to the high side. 42 there to push. Checkered flag's going to wave. Matt Kocher wins it by the blink of an eye. Little help from his teammate to help him win. And Jay Jensen comes home second. The number 1 car fell to the back early a couple of laps ago just to put himself in position, and he did so. Jay Jensen comes home second. Great drive by that driver. Brad Sousa in third. Justin Levine, Chad Koenigsmann, are they going to battle it out between each other? They're coming around. They're going to complete their lap. Sturgill completes 6th, and Levine's going to be in 4th. Koenigsmann in 5th. Little is the track. Dylan Beckman coming around to finish his final lap. He'll finish in 7th as it stands. Great little race. It's a fun little one. 45 lapper. Get it. Kocher's going to come around, celebrate here at Talladega. We're going to take a look at your race results, of course, as soon as it shows it for me. Please show it for me. There it is. Kocher, Jay Jensen, Brad Sousa, Justin Levine, Chad Koenigsmann right there. Michael Sturgill, Beckman, Little Hall. Having a great little race. A fantastic little race, in my opinion. I enjoy it. I thoroughly do enjoy it, at least. And kind of the way it works, you know. You just gotta enjoy yourself. Let's go do it. We're gonna talk to the man himself here. The number 1 car. Last lap pass. Did you think you had it? I know that Brad had to move up the line for you just a little bit there, but that outside line worked for you for just a moment there. Tell me about the race and kind of what transpired, especially 4 laps ago. I think you moved to the back. You didn't want to be the leader. You wanted to be right kind of where you were at.
Yeah, no, 4 laps to go there. I didn't want to be out front anymore because I knew they could draft right around me. And so I figured if I dropped to the back, I could push somebody around whoever's in front because it was 3 car. You know, it wasn't very exciting. I mean, I was really loose. I almost lost it a couple times. But, I mean, I knew if I'd pushed the second car around the leader, that way I could have a chance at the end of hanging the leader out to dry, and then whoever's behind me at the end there could push me to the win. So, and luckily it worked out that Brad was the one behind me. He almost didn't get to me, though, to give me that push there at the end, but I was glad he was able to.
Yeah, your teammate right behind you, ready to rock and roll, whatever. I think, in any regard, if he'd have done the same thing, I'm sure that you would have given him a run for your money. We did watch you get a little bit free. Does it seem like, and I noticed this past week that it seemed like the next gen cars just seem very, very free, especially when you get about 10, 15 laps on your tires. It just seemed like you couldn't touch the yellow line.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it wasn't even just touching the yellow line; it was going over the bumps. I don't know what I'd change. Like all I did was lower the rear end, and when we stopped there for fuel, and it got super loose as soon as I went over the bumps. I was like, "Wow, this is bad," because we didn't take tires either. So I don't think that was the issue. I really just think it was me making the wrong change, and now I know for next time.
Well, that'll come up here, I'm sure, very soon when it comes to the off season for NASCAR and what they're doing with testing over here. Congratulations on the race win here, 3rd win of the season, and Watkins Glen next week. What do you got?
Watkins Glen again? Oh boy! Oh man, I'm gonna have to just go to work because I suck at road courses. I'm gonna have to go learn how to drive it again. But I gotta thank Brad and Jay most definitely for coming to help. You know, we and Brad were just sitting ducks, and he just came back and helped us. It's a nice guy and good friend, you know. I got to thank you at Signature Esports for putting this on. It's an awesome broadcast every week. Hopefully this week's okay. I know I would probably not be too happy, but I mean, we tried to put on a good show. I got to thank the guys that pay to win for the setups every week, and Ken Byron and ENRA, and hopefully Ken's family issues get better, and hopefully we'll see him next week.
We always put our prayers out there for Ken and all the stuff going on over there. But he's such a nice guy that we want to make sure that we always give a little thought and prayer to that. And if you're out there and your prayer warriors do the same thing, he could use it. He and his family could use that right about now. Matt, congratulations once again. And I think these cars are made for you.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, right now we're on a pretty good rail, but we'll see. The points, we're still pretty far back, so see what we can do to close out the season.
I think it'll work for you. All right, my man. Well, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you next week, and go relax, celebrate your win.
I'm gonna try. Thank you, man.
You too. The number one car comes home, has a lot of fun. Mr. Kotcher has a great day doing so. Let's bring in one of the fastest guys out there, Jay Jensen. Drove a Toyota today. Am I mistaken, or am I used to seeing you drive a Ford? Jay, you got a copy there, buddy? I can't hear you. Is there?
Oh, I can hear you now.
I can hear you now. There you go. Well, I did hear you for a second. Something's going on there.
I just don't. If you're saying anything, I can't hear you.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
There it is. See, sometimes Discord works. All right, my man. Walk me through your race and kind of what's going on there. I'm gonna shush my mouth and let you think.
Just trying. I didn't have any teammates tonight, so just trying to find somebody to work with me. And I felt the group I had in the front there in the beginning wasn't going to be the best option, so just wanted to pick up the second group. Was hoping maybe we could close up and make it a bigger pack, but I knew I could have threw a block there and maybe wrecked us. So I just rather take a second place than wreck and not cross the line.
I saw earlier something happened. I don't know if you braked or like it was a gear shift or something like that, but you and Brad kind of made contact right there. Did that play any factor on the handling of the car? I just for the viewers' kind of sake, right there, kind of want to know.
No, I had a technical difficulty. Something happened where my car just shut off in the middle of the corner there. Fixed it real quick, and it didn't really affect the handling. Just put me kind of far behind.
Right. Well, you were able to make up the time, get yourself out there. You led some more laps and able to get yourself out there and compete. We watched you fall back from that pack, and you guys were cruising and making up a ton of time over there. 3-car tandem here works better, in my opinion. It's kind of what I was seeing here. 3 cars, of course, better than 2, especially if you're close enough to each other. But it seemed like it seemed like you were probably one of the best pushers out there. Is it just because of the package, or is it just kind of just your style?
My style. My team always tells me I'm a good pusher. The setup was awesome. Like, it really handled well in the draft. Even out front, I just knew if it was 2-on-1, I was a sitting duck. So I was hoping to make it 5-pack there, and hope the other 2 teams would have battled it out, and I could have snuck away with a win.
Well, Jay, I tell you what, you had a heck of a race, and I know it's a small field, but it was still entertaining to watch. You guys did a pretty phenomenal job here, and I was entertained. So, congratulations! Give you a shout out.
Well, I'm glad.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you were entertained. Hopefully, the viewers enjoyed it. Shout out to Ryko Motorsports for the setups. They're really clicking every week, and go give them a check out on their website and see if maybe they can help you out.
That's right. That's one of the guys out there that helps put all this stuff on here. All right, my man. Jay, we'll see you next week. Watkins Glen's going to be a lot of fun.
You have a good one, sir.
You too. Jay Jensen comes home in second and does one heck of a job doing it. But last but not least, this guy, I keep getting to talk to you, and I really like it. Brad, congratulations, my man. You finished third. I know that you led a ton of laps here, and you kind of pulled one from your teammate, fell back just a little bit right there. They went around you. You were trying to slingshot yourself. You helped your teammate get the win, but did you have anything for him coming towards the checkered flag?
Not really. Once they pulled up on the outside of me and got the run, when Jay's car shut off on, I think, the back stretch, probably 10 laps before that, I slammed into him in the back pretty good and got a little motor damage. So when they got by me, it was hard to catch back up. I'm like, Matt, I don't know if I'm able to get up there and push you to the win, but I was able to just get back coming off of 4 and help him push him over the line for the win.
Yeah, Jay said that his car shut off right in the middle of the turn, little malfunction. Of course, nothing intentional, but it's crazy to see that there's no tape adjustment on these cars. So everything that's aerodynamically friendly on it does matter. Getting that nose directly to the bottom of that racetrack, slam that splitter to the ground. It seems like they've gotten that part of this car in iRacing to kind of really be. I would say spot on as far as that goes. So any liquid damage you might end up with what you're trying to do, trying to push as hard as you can to get in that draft.
Yeah, it was definitely tough getting back there, but we made it work. Matt got the win. Jay got second. Congrats to him, and I'll take a third.
Well, one of these days, I tell you what, you're going to get that win, and it's coming. I think it's coming. Watkins Glen next week. Any thoughts on Watkins?
Just like last time, I can't turn right, so I'll probably go out there for a few laps. And if I'm running way behind, I'll probably just park it. But I'll try and get a little practice in this week and hopefully be a little better than last time.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, my man. Well, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Oh, give your shout outs out there. I know you've got sponsors too. Give your shout outs.
I want to thank Matt for all his help with the setup and everything. And thanks to Ken and putting this on. Thanks to you for broadcasting it and Pay to Win Setups.
Absolutely, my man. Well, congratulations once again. Top 3 finish for you. And Watkins Glen next week. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Catch you next week.
Yes, sir. And I might be wrong. It might be Charlotte Roval. Actually, I think I'm wrong. It's whatever our officials are this week. They run a week off. It's Charlotte Roval. My bad. Charlotte Roval.
Yeah. Yeah, that one won't be that bad then. I've ran there quite a few times, so I'm a little better on that one. I got a little practice there, so hopefully I can get a decent run.
Yeah, Charlotte Roval road course. No matter what, we're road course racing next week. So, all right, my man. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Will do. Take care.
You too. The number 42 comes home third, folks. Thank you very much out there for what you do. And not Watkins Glen next weekend. Yes, I was mistaken. That is for sure. But a reminder: go to the eNASCAR Racing Association's Facebook page. Give them a follow out there. They do have a little group out there that you can do that. It's the ENRA Cup Series. That's how you find them. Also, make sure you go to Ryko-motorsports.com. Get yourself set up. Get yourself a paint, anything that is out there. Speaking of setups, Ken puts on one heck of a business out there and loves his racing. And, of course, don't forget John Betlem Heating and Cooling. Go to johnbetlem.com, JOHNBETLEM.com, or area code 585. At my notes, 585-271-8888 in the Rochester, New York area. Let their family help yours. 80 years of customer satisfaction out there. Thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. Signature Esports is the platform that I do broadcast iRacing stuff, but we do like to have a lot more fun than that. So check out some of the gaming streams that we do. But tune in back next week for the eNASCAR Racing Association. We're going to do some compilations with some other folks and some simul streams and just kind of all kinds of stuff coming up. But we're trying to grow, trying to be better, trying to do what we can. So I always say it at the end of every stream, but big thank you to Ken Byron and all the staff over at Ryko Motorsports and the eNASCAR Racing Association. We love what they do over there, and we appreciate everybody that's involved with iRacing. Go to iRacing.com, get your subscription today. And if I don't see you, of course and always, have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.